from the dollar store, and it has fried my
Dollar store dye, Denny?
If you look at my forehead, I got red welts all along here.
Oh, yeah, you do.
My eye down here is so puffy, and my head will not stop itching. I couldn't sleep at all last night. I threw up a couple times from the dye.
It's so dark, you kind of look like the Count from Sesame Street.
It doesn't
You got like that black peak that comes down.
A one, a two.
A two, a three.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
What is happening? Welcome to the Wednesday KVJ show. Here we are.
Hump day.
Yeah, it is. Getting to what's going to be an interesting weekend. Everybody's kind of like making tentative plans. Like, okay, well, I might be doing stuff, but what am I going to do after Saturday afternoon? Is that like looking like when that storm's going to hit us?
It's looking like Sunday is going to be a complete mess.
Okay.
Late Saturday, possibly early Sunday. I had something cancel yesterday that was supposed to be on Monday. They were like, forget it, we're not doing it.
And we don't have work on Monday anyway.
We don't. It's Labor Day, so you're probably going to have a very wet Labor Day.
Kind of works out perfect, though. We're not going to be here. It's going to be stormy.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
how
hate
you look at it.
I don't hate it.
Some people love it, some people hate it. Say, I mean, come on, I got a free day, and what am I going to do? I'm going to sit at home, do nothing?
I have stuff to do at home. I kind of love it.
You do?
I can get housework done.
I love me some storms. Yeah, I've built my place into my own little sanctuary. I don't ever need to go out ever again.
I think it's cozy unless you have DirecTV. And then if you're home and that's all you have to watch stuff on, and if you have that, like the satellite TV, and it goes out during like a severe storm, then you're like, okay, great.
If you have DirecTV, because I do, just make sure you have a lot of shows like piled up in your DVR.
Okay.
Because then the weather doesn't affect those. It's only if you're trying to watch live television that it affects it. And if you're watching any kind of sporting events, usually those are live, so.
And go old school like I like to do. Start doing some charades when all the power goes out. Have some fun. Take it back to the old school times.
What if you're by yourself?
Play by yourself.
Charades by yourself.
Work on your craft.
That sounds so sad.
It sounds like a tough day, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, here you go. We'll keep an eye on what is going on. It looks like the latest is we're still just trying to see the storm track. Really too soon to tell exactly what's going to be going on with that. But hopefully we'll get an update on that. But we will let you know. But as it is right now, you can dial us up. We are here. We are on. We're on KVJ TV. Just go to YouTube and look for the KVJ show.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a second, was Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank involved in a fatal boat crash on Saturday? Oh my gosh. I'll give you all the details coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, Pete Davidson, yesterday we played a little bit of that audio for you from him at UCF, I think it was, where he was doing a whole comedy thing live for the kids. But it was comedy, hold the funny, the clips that I heard.
So what I think happened was it was a free show. So you got people who are probably part Pete Davidson fans, and then you got part of the audience who doesn't even like him or know him.
Here he is, a little bit more of popping off on the kids in the auditorium. This is Pete Davidson doing his comedy at UCF.
And this is stuff we didn't hear yesterday.
New stuff. So we heard a little bit yesterday, and it was yelling at them light. I think he goes in a little harder today.
I don't have any audio.
Yeah, I'm loading it in right now. Sorry, I was in the back.
Oh, so is it my fault or Denny's? I don't know. Kev, you got to yell at one of us. I think it's Denny's fault.
That's depressing.
Hey, you kids, put those phones away. I hate you. Bleep, bleep. You're a stupid bleep. Bleep, 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 bleep.
I mean, that's the clip pretty much.
That's it. Okay, there you go.
You kind of nailed it.
You know, sometimes you got to improvise.
How awesome would it be to get stuck in an elevator with Jason Momoa? Oh, the Aquaman star was on Instagram, and chronicled his whole getting stuck in an elevator drama. They were rescued 2 hours later after they were stuck in the elevator. That's a long time.
I have been stuck in a few elevators in my time, and it is
Have
a
you?
freaky situation. I was stuck in an elevator with about 16 different baseball players from my American Legion team.
Mm-hmm.
We had too many people on there, so the weight was all jacked up, and people were freaking out.
I have a girlfriend that left my house, my old place that I used to live in, Marina Grande.
Yeah. Mhm.
She left our place. It was late. It was like 2 a.m. when her and her husband left. They went and got in the elevator to leave. They didn't get rescued from the elevator till like 7 a.m. They were in my place, but not in my place.
Yeah, it was
2 to 7.
It was a weird thing because we were in there for a while, and you start to see how people really react in those kind of situations. And we had a few guys seriously lose their mind. They were trying to open up the elevator. One kid started to kind of weep a little bit.
Yeah. Either you get angry, you got the people who are angry and the people who are weepers.
And then finally here, it sounds like Kevin O'Leary, better known as Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, he was involved maybe in a fatal boat crash that happened in Canada on Saturday. Now, there was a big boat, and then there was his boat. And I guess his boat struck the big boat, but how it hit the boat, like his smaller boat, rammed into the larger boat and then went directly over its bow and hit people that were standing on the big boat.
Dang.
A 64-year-old man from here in Florida died instantly, and a 48-year-old Canadian woman is suffering. She's on a ventilator. She has significant brain damage. They don't know if she's going to make it. And there's sources on the boat, the big boat, that say they believe O'Leary and his wife were on the boat and driving it. But TMZ reached out to O'Leary, and he said he can't comment on it right now if he was on the boat or not. So they said when criminal charges are finally filed, then, he can comment on it.
If he can't comment on it, that means he definitely was on the boat. 'Cause if you're not on the boat, you're like, I was not on the boat.
Right, exactly.
You don't comment because you can't because you're in trouble.
You were on the boat probably if you're not commenting. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
Want to see what Virginia looks like on camera? And Kevin and Jason? YouTube.com/KVJ Show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
Do you guys remember me telling you about that weird place that I got that foot massage at? And the woman started kind of like slapping me halfway through the massage.
You told us about this place, and your sister went with you, I think?
Yeah, it's like this little hole in the wall, and you go in there, and they take you right away, which I don't know if that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing.
Typically, that's good at
there
most
was
places.
Zero wait time. You walk in, there's this big camera right when you sit down, so I think they're letting you know there's no funny business here. But yeah, so I'm sitting next to my sister. This is the first time, and the foot massage actually kind of turned into a head massage thing, and then she, starts doing that slapping thing on my chest and on my thighs.
Yeah.
So it was so weird, and I liked it. I got to go back and get the full body massage and see
Sure.
what that is like.
Right.
Man, it got just as weird, maybe even weirder. So what they do is...
Did you have on pants?
Yes, I had on pants.
I noticed you're wearing a football jersey. I don't know if you did a Robert Kraft or what.
No, nothing like that. So what they do is they basically get on top of you almost. You feel them crawling on you, and they take their elbow and they just kind of put it in your back
What?
area.
That's a real thing.
All right.
That's a real thing.
Okay.
But they climb up on your body, and you're not they don't tell you any of this. I've never in a million years had somebody climb up on me and start putting their elbows in me.
Were they Asian?
You're enjoying all this, aren't you?
I loved it,
you're
Kevin.
loving this.
I
yeah.
thought it was awesome.
Was it an Asian place?
I believe so,
Okay,
yes.
yeah. So they love to do that. And they'll walk on your back.
Yeah.
They'll get up there and they'll do like all kinds of weird stuff. And you're like, what's going
You're like
on?
your own personal jungle gym.
It was cool because I didn't expect it. I'm just there thinking I'm getting a massage, and all of a sudden, boom, someone's on my back like a like a bear.
You're used to a basic Swedish massage. So they were pulling out some Eastern stuff on you.
I'll tell you this, too. You go to all of these other corporate places, they say, oh, it's an hour and a half massage. They always cut it short, at least by 10 minutes. This place gives you the full massage, baby. They don't waste no kind of minutes. And it's cheaper. I like it.
We can tell. I can tell you love it.
It was bizarre, but I like bizarre.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, the kids have been back in school for 2 weeks now, right? Basically 2 weeks and 3 days.
Yeah.
I got a tickle in my throat, scratchy throat. Woke up this morning. Magnolia caught something at school this week, and now she's giving it to me. I am convinced I'm about to get sick.
Oh, no,
It's in my
Virginia.
throat. I'm going to go run and try to get a liquid IV today from Nuvo, but I mean...
So weird. If I feel like I'm coming down with something, if I feel like I'm getting sick, I just get popsicles. That's how I kind of combat it.
I start eating vitamins like a crazy person. I must have eaten about 17 Flintstone vitamins yesterday and just drank all the juice in the whole house.
Yeah, a lot of people go that emergency, or it seems like everybody's kind of got their own. When I start to feel a little sick, their crash kit plan.
I believe
Pop
in
and zinc or
the
something.
IV vitamin hydration whole thing, but I just didn't have time to go yesterday and get it. I hope I didn't wait too long because I'd like to get it in the first 24 hours.
It does seem to help.
It does seem to help me a lot.
Well, if you're going to give us something, can you give something where I just don't feel very well, where I'm not eating much? I want to lose a couple pounds. Get that sickness.
Little diet.
Yeah.
With our luck, we'll get the cold that makes you hungry.
What I got on my mind today? Plane farts. Have you ever been on a plane and you just seem to notice farts more? Either from you or from obviously somebody else that's sitting very near you because of the smell.
Yeah, I remember coming back from California.
Yeah.
Me and you sat right next to each other, and you were really hungover, and you were eating all this steak meat before we got on the plane. I think,
And I found out through time that steak doesn't, I don't really eat red meat at all now because it just doesn't, my body doesn't process it well. And I didn't have that realization then.
you were farting on the plane,
Yeah.
and I remember my seat wouldn't go back. My seat was broke. It was the most miserable
So
plane
you're right.
ride.
I mean, you're right at a level where it just shoot right up your nose. Your tiny little nostrils.
Well, never in life do you sit this close to strangers either.
Yeah.
I mean, you're literally sitting like in a stranger's lap. Mm-hmm. So if they fart, you're going to notice. And if you fart, you're going to be super self-conscious about it.
Well, I got to tell you what I discovered from our good friend Dr. Oz is there is such a thing as plane farts. And I don't mean just like plain fart. I mean like in a plane. There is something about it. The average person, male, female, old, young, whatever, you pass gas about 14 times a day when you're at ground level. But after you lift off on a plane and as you gain altitude, the gases inside you expand by about 30%, even in a pressurized cabin.
Huh.
So there is really such a thing as plane farts, and it's got a name. It's high altitude flatus expulsion HAFE, or HAF, I guess. HAFE is the acronym for it.
and this is when I get mad when people tell us we're not an educational show.
Totally educational.
We're learning.
You're learning about plane farts. It is a legit thing. So Dr. Oz tells you before you fly, skip beans, broccoli, cabbage, other foods that you know is going to give you gas, such as for you, Virginia, dairy. Don't do that. Don't eat your raw onions.
Yep.
Maybe it's spicy foods, whatever it might be. Just be aware 24 hours out what you're going to be eating, realizing you're getting on a plane, and whatever air is inside of you is going to increase by 30%. It's got to come out one way or the other.
So you have 30% more powerful farts.
Yeah.
If everyone farted on that plane and the engine went out, they could probably move the plane with all those farts.
Keep going. Yeah, they say Dr. Oz says to drink plenty of water, stick with proteins, good fats found in tuna, salmon, nuts, avocados. That'll help decrease the gassiness.
Doing a thing you listed that I like.
So you went the wrong way when you chose steak and lots of beer.
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, bad idea.
Steak and beer farts.
Steak and beer
Ugh.
farts.
It was a rough plane ride.
It was tough for everybody. And Dr. Oz says if you do get gas, and you likely will on a plane, it's not smart to hold them back. Let them fly. You think that you're being nice to everybody else in the cabin, but the problem is it can result in painful intestinal cramps, elevated blood pressure, and reduced blood oxygenation, all of which are bad for your cardiovascular system. So be like going, look, I don't want to fart, but it could really jack up my body.
Here's a trick, too. Depending where the engines are on the plane, if you're gassy, like if the engines are by the wing, sit there. If the engines are in the back, sit there because it's louder and no one hears your plane fart.
If you're not by an engine and it's kind of quiet in your area, just knock over a drink and time it as you fart.
No, knowing my luck, I would spill and it wouldn't come out, so I would spill it and be going, and then I would gain everybody's attention and then I would fart. I just spilled a drink and
He's
fart.
basically an animal.
What a terrible human being.
I don't think I agree with Dr. Oz on that. I think he's being a little reckless with his verbiage, saying everyone just go ahead and fart, make it the Wild Wild West on a plane.
He says when you hold it in, it's bad for your cardiovascular system. So if you want to risk your own health, hold them in. But if you want to be a healthy individual and Dr. Oz encourages health, let them fly.
Wow, very educational.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Well, we're going to continue the trend of education. We got around to fact or fiction.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Going to be coming up here in just a bit.
Let's do this.
I got a question for you. What do you think, fact or fiction? Lemons float, but limes sink.
That's a fact.
You think that's a fact?
I'll bet my face on it.
You will bet your face on it. Why would that be? Is that fact or is that fiction? We'll find out next.
It's time to gain some knowledge. You learn more here than you would in college. We're the smartest radio station. We are the leaders in education. Is it truth? Is it lies? Kevin's the host. He's got beady eyes.
Yeah.
Fact or fiction?
That's right. Just a second ago, we learned about plain farts. They're not farts that are just plain without flavor. These are farts that you have while you're on a plane. Dr. Oz says you're 30% more gassy when you're flying, so you got to watch foods that make you gassy, drink more water, and then ultimately he says don't keep them in. It's bad for your cardiovascular system, so you got to let them fly. So that would explain why planes seem to smell like farts so much, because people are actually more gassy.
Dr. Oz might talk more about farts than we do, which is shocking. He talks about them a lot.
Yeah, he does. He does.
They're just a part of life.
They are?
They are.
I think Dr. Oz keeps it real.
He
A
does.
little too real.
Okay, so what we got here, another chance for you to learn even more. You could actually just listen to this portion of our show and skip school today.
Don't say that.
You're going to
But-
just learn so much.
Kevin's got a point.
Yeah, I do.
There are kids that are going to skip school now, and Kevin told me.
Okay, well,
That's
I'll write you all a note.
And that's Professor Ralston.
Yes, thank you. Okay, first thing you're going to learn here is this fact or is this fiction? You actually can get really hot right before you freeze to death. Virginia, is that fact or fiction?
Really hot right before you freeze to death?
Yeah.
I would say maybe a fact.
Maybe fact?
Yeah, I'm going to go fact.
With zero confidence.
Maybe it's your mind as tricking you.
Okay.
Your mind protects you sometimes. Maybe it makes you warm right before you die. So you're like,
Oh, I feel like my mind does not protect me.
yeah, yours is definitely
Strong
working
case,
against you.
Virginia, you are correct. That is actually a fact. In fact, people who freeze to death are sometimes found naked because they near dangerously low body heat. And when you do, you get the sensation that you're burning hot.
Wow.
It's a weird reverse effect that you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so hot. And you take your clothes off to try to get cooler, which it's a weird thing because then that just obviously escalates the speed of your death.
So that means when you get to that stage, it's probably getting near to lights out, then I'd imagine. If you're starting to get hot.
If you're so cold and then you start to get hot, uh-oh.
Yeah, that's the end, baby.
Uh-oh.
We're learning, but you're freaking my mind.
Yeah. All right, what do you think about this, Jaybird? Fact or fiction? Humans have only been living in North America for less than 1,000 years. Fact or fiction?
Only talking about fact.
Only talking about fact?
Great start.
No, that's fiction. The oldest evidence of humans in North America is from 130,000 years ago in the San Diego area.
Really?
Yeah, we've been here a while.
Wow.
How about that?
What were they saying that was going on there?
I don't know. They had a Chargers helmet they found. It's crazy. 130,000 years ago. Very bizarre. Back to you, Virginia, here. Fact or fiction? Moths are the only known living creatures to have no genitals. Poor moths. Well, it's very embarrassing for them.
They just look like Ken.
Yeah.
But is it poor moth? I mean, if they don't know, maybe they don't care.
They don't really care, yeah. What do you think about that? Fact or fiction, moths are the only known living creature to have no genitals.
I'm going to say fiction.
Going to say fiction. You are correct. Yeah, in fact, moths not only have them, but they use them. They say that moths will actually vibrate their genitals as a way to prevent a bat from locating them.
Really?
Imagine if humans had
They
to
do the
that.
helicopter?
Yeah, so Jaybird, if you ever have a bat come after you, you need to start doing the helicopter, just shaking that thing around to throw it off. Apparently, the bat's like, whoa, what are you doing, man? They just like, okay. They leave you alone.
Too much for them.
Yeah, it is.
Imagine if that was like everyday life for humans. You had to do that kind of
When
move.
bats come after you, you just have to shake your genitals all around.
When anybody comes after you, you should do that.
All right, how about this, Jaybird? Rebound on this one. Fact or fiction, butterflies drink blood. Vampire butterflies. Fact or fiction?
It's bizarre, but
is
bizarre,
bizarre.
enough to be real. I think so. Fact.
You're going to say fact, butterflies drink blood. You are correct.
Butterflies.
Whoa.
Whose blood?
Your blood, Virginia.
Like a mosquito?
Yes. I don't know. It just says they will drink blood.
I got a couple things to look up. People in San Diego during olden times and bloodthirsty butterflies.
See? Blowing your mind, right?
Yeah.
From plane farts? Brother, you're bringing it.
Okay. What do you think about this here? Fact or fiction? Virginia, you should know something about this. Champagne corks are more deadly than sharks. Fact or fiction?
I'm going to say fact.
You are correct. Yes, you know just how dangerous they can be.
I have seen many a person almost get taken out. Thank God I've never seen anybody actually die. I saw somebody catch one in the eye one time.
Oh, my goodness.
And it knocked
Terrifying.
him out. Just knocked him out. He was up moving in a couple minutes, but
Yeah.
knocked him out.
Whoa.
Did you go perfect? I think she went 3 for 3.
She was good today.
Not surprised.
I'm 0 for 2.
Yeah, they say champagne corks kill around 24 people a year, which is more than sharks on average. Wow. Insane, huh?
Be careful with that champagne.
All right, here we go. Final one, Jaybird. Fact or fiction? Lemons float, but limes sink.
That, my friend, is a fact. Betting my face on it.
Saying fact. Okay. That's one of those ones when I read that, I'm like going, really?
Why?
It doesn't really even make any sense to me.
It's probably due to the middle.
The density is a lime more dense
Something with the middle.
and a lemon is more
Yeah,
airy.
it's due to density or the mass per unit of volume. Lemons and limes both have densities that are very close to water, so you'd expect that they would both float. However, limes are slightly denser than lemons, which is why they sink and lemons float.
I have a better experiment. Which one stings the eye more, lemon or lime?
Oh, we can try that next, yeah.
Please don't do that.
Virginia actually brought in a lemon or lime because when I read that, yeah, sometimes I read this stuff and I'm like, no, this can't be true.
The
I'm like you
lemon
guys.
is from my lemon tree in my
Wow.
backyard.
Wow, it's a Tequesta lemon.
It's a
Kevin.
Tequesta lemon. It's very fancy.
Very fancy. Definitely thinks it's better than the lime.
And the lime is from Walmart. So it's definitely better than the lime.
All right, which one you want to go first, Coach?
Go on ahead, just put the lime in. It's smaller. Fits right there. And we got a Stein you can watch on KVJ TV, the scientific experiment. Is it true? You threw the lime in, the lime is floating no problem, just like on a Corona.
Floating, baby. All
Okay.
right. It checks out thus far.
Okay, let's go with the lemon. Will it float? Put it in.
The lemon floats too.
Yeah, that floats too.
Wait a minute.
So this is all
Where'd you
lie-
get these facts from?
Scientific lies?
The internet. Yeah, that's why I didn't believe it.
You shouldn't, but look at that.
They both float.
They
I'm try-
both float.
I'm trying to drown it, and it keeps coming back up.
Yeah.
Wait, which one did it say?
It says, and I'm, again, just looking at bestfoodfacts.org. The reason they say limes sink and lemons
Yeah.
float is due to density.
It's the other way around. Limes are supposed to sink,
Yeah.
but ours is floating right now.
Lemons and limes both have, try the lime again. Lemons and limes both have densities that are very close to water, so you'd expect that they would both float. However, limes are slightly denser than lemons, which is why they sink and lemons float.
Both of them floating.
Our lime is floating.
It's totally floating.
So
So that internet site's a liar.
Bestfoodfacts.org is completely bogus.
Okay, then look out, Mythbusters. We just busted this myth.
You can't believe anything you read on the internet.
Anything. Don't look up diseases.
And it's not only that. I'm seeing page after page after page of lime sink and lemons float.
Okay, question.
How is it? Okay, what is going on in this studio that we're defying page after page of science?
Is it the fact that our water sample is so small? It isn't a stein of like a beer stein.
No, water's water.
Is water water? I don't know if that's it. I don't know if I like that quote.
How much water do you need? Something either floats or sinks.
So weird. How is that possible? What is going on?
People mess with us on websites all the time, I think. I think people just write
It's
stuff.
website after website. Like if you're doing a search on this, and I'm not going to search more than 5 sites when I do my fact checking, 5 in a row say the exact same thing.
Well, they're liars compared to our fruit.
There's got to be smart people listening, a few, that have an idea, like in the science
Why are we
community.
defying science right now in this studio? Is it us? Are we just magical in here?
I feel like it's this cup of water, y'all.
Think so?
You think it's the stein?
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like the more I talk, the dumber I sound.
And the thing on the butterflies drinking blood, it says there aren't butterflies capable of inflicting a bloody wound on a human, but they're known to lap and slurp blood right up if presented with it. So if you had a
if you
pool
had a
of blood
wound.
and a butterfly landed on, like, say there was blood on a table or something like that, the butterfly would land on, oh, cool, blood.
If I was in a butterfly farm covered in blood, would they start to lick me?
Yes.
Okay. That'd be an interesting video.
Huh.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe it's about the slicing. Somebody texted in and said, when I put sliced lemons and limes in my water, the limes sink and the lemons float.
But now we're changing the game now.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, you should be able to, like, drop one in. I feel like we need to get our money back on that line. Very interesting. All right, we're going to try the experiment here. Suits brought in the largest knife known to man. Okay, and he gave it to Jaybird,
Please
which is
don't.
not a good idea.
Why would you give Jaybird a knife?
Yo, I'm very good with knives.
Oh, my God.
Believe me, I am.
There will be blood. Where's the
Why is
butterflies?
that knife so dirty? What is on that knife?
That's the
That is-
KVJ
I was
knife.
going to say, it does not look clean.
It has so much rust on it. If anyone does get cut, they have to go to the hospital
What is on that
immediately.
knife? Why are we not cleaning our knives around here?
It's rust. I think
We
they're-
did. That's rust.
Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah. Okay, all right. So now Jaybird is
Slicing.
the lemon and the lime.
Yes.
We're going to continue our experiment here. Okay.
Sliced lime floats.
Sliced lime, still. He cut it in half. It's still floating. Try, and the lemon should. Okay, drop it in there, and boom.
Sliced lemon floats.
Everyone's lying to us. Everyone's a liar, Kevin.
What do you believe in life? What do you believe?
I believe this bit's making me want some kind of vodka with lemon.
You know, oddly enough, I saw that lime. I want a Corona.
right?
I was gonna say, guys, let's get out the tequila.
we all want a cocktail.
We can't be around citrus. It makes
We
us want to
can't be
drink.
around lemons and limes.
It's a trigger for us.
That's a problem.
I'm triggered.
That's a problem. All right, well, we got the water out. We're going to play a quick little round here of Will It Float? We're going to check the buoyancy of different random items. And if you can guess correctly, float or not, you can get a $50 gift card to Outback Steakhouse.
Do you want to do it in the toilet?
Did you guys check the connectivity?
I think it's going to be, it seems fine, but as soon as we say it seems fine, we'll go live and then it'll cut out. But as of right now, we should be able to do it in the toilet.
Okay. All right, got to make sure we can hear you on the phone and we can get a Facebook Live video going up.
Oh, it's so going to go wrong now.
I said to Jaybird and Denny's, I said, I trust you guys. It's in your hands.
Oh, that's where you went wrong.
No, it's better if we do it in the toilet bowl.
Okay, we'll see. Like I say, we're not only talking about science, but we are proving science wrong here today. Multiple websites that I saw in the Fact or Fiction, we talked about how lemons float but limes sink, and we put it to the test here. Will it float? And both floated, limes and lemons. So we just debunked that. Our Mythbuster test right there in just a second, just boom, gone. Somebody's saying you got to give it time, give it 15 minutes. Well, that's not.
It doesn't say that.
It doesn't say that. That's just crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, somebody said I'm a preschool teacher and I teach the sink or float concept every single year, and the limes always float for me.
So it's a lie.
Why is it sight? I mean, I'm telling you, do your own little web search. on Lemons Float but Lime Sink, and you will find page after page after page. And we're sending our kids to the internet to do their homework
Well, this
and
just
research
goes to
projects.
show you, you can't believe everything you read on the internet. Just because it's online does not mean it's true, because people put stuff out there that it's just BS.
And the thing that stinks about it is here we are, kids are going there to do all these projects.
I know.
And to learn. That's insane. Somebody's saying, Kevin, it could be the lime needs to be more ripe or something like that. All these different things, though, you got to put that in there.
No, the lime is perfectly ripe. We cut it open. It looks like every other lime. It is not under-ripened.
Yeah. Somebody says you need a larger body of water, a larger water surface, and a different breed of lime. Well, it doesn't say that. don't give me all these like little, oh, no, it's going to be because of this. And it's that's not what it says. It says, site after site, Lemons Float but Lime Sink. All right, so we're going to play a round here of Will It Float? Or we could say, Will It Work? Because we got Jaybird on the phone from the bathroom. We're going to use the toilet here today for a round of Will It Float? Hello, Jaybird.
Kevin, I am in the stall ready to go today. I decided to wear a Buffalo Bills jersey because it's laundry month, and I'm getting a lot of hate online.
Laundry month? So it takes you a whole month to do your laundry?
It's a mess.
Okay, all right. Okay, we've got some people to play along here. They've got to guess, will it float, a yes or a no? It's a simple question here. And if it matches up with what it does, then you get $50 to Outback Steakhouse. We're going to start with Tom in Vero Beach. Hello, Tom.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, Jaber, what is our first item here in Will It Float?
Our first item is a brand new package of bird sauce. Now, I will say it is pretty dense. It's got some weight to it.
Okay, tell me about the packaging. This is the bird sauce from Bud's Chicken and Seafood. It is a plastic cup with one of those, what is that?
Foil top.
A foil top, is that correct?
But it's sealed.
Is that correct?
Hello?
Yeah. Will it work?
Are you talking to me?
No. Yes, we were just describing. Is that what the bird sauce is in, Jaybird?
It is, yes. We're ready to drop it in.
Okay. Tom, what do you think? Will the bird sauce from Bud's float in the toilet or not?
Yeah, I say it floats.
He says it floats. Okay, Jaybird, let's test out science. Will it float?
All right, 3, 2, 1, and we're dropping. The bird sauce definitely floats.
It floats. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Tom, for knowing science, you got some free Outback Steakhouse, okay?
Awesome, thank you.
That's pretty simple and easy, right? Look how quick and easy this game is, Virginia.
Wham, bam.
I bet your teachers aren't giving out Outback Steakhouse today at school, kids.
Definitely not.
That Joy is on here from Delray Beach. Hello, Joy.
Actually, Jay, good morning.
Oh, Jay.
J-A-Y.
Sorry,
Yeah,
our
close.
phone screener made you a chick.
That's
Suits
okay.
in there.
I've been called worse.
Oh.
Okay. All right, Jaybird, you got another item here for round 2 of Will It Float?
I do. I have a stress ball, pretty heavy. It's also shaped like a boob. You know that boob stress ball Virginia gave me?
Yes. Now tell me about this. Virginia, you've used this stress ball a little bit because some of them have like hard pellet kind of things in it. Some of them have like a squishy gel in them.
This one appears to have like almost like water in it. A very, very close to water.
Because it feels a little bit like a boob, right?
Yeah, it's like a rubber on the outside. It's shaped like a boob, and it's got a nipple and everything.
Ooh.
It's a boob stress ball.
Would you say the inside is liquid?
Yeah, I think it's close to water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Keep your hands between y'all. It's about science.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think here, Jay? Do you think the stress ball boob is going to float in the toilet?
If it's not air in there, I think it's going to sink.
Okay.
There might be a little air in there, though. I mean, it's not completely filled.
Okay.
Not beads?
No beads.
Okay. Do you want to stick
Are you
with
ready?
your answer here?
Okay,
Yes.
I'll go float, sure.
He's going to go float.
Float.
Okay. All right. Try it out, Jaybird.
Here we go. And 3, 2, 1, dropping the boob. It is. It's
Midway.
trying to sink. I don't know, man. It's barely. It's kind of floating. The nipple is the only thing with its head above water.
It's trying to breathe.
Well, if the nipple's above,
right?
Thinking.
if the nipple's above water, then it's floating.
Yeah, I would say that it's floating. Yeah, because it's not sitting on the bottom of the toilet, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's barely floating.
Okay, a float is a float. Unless it's sitting on the bottom, that's sinking. And if it's like suspended in the water, then that is the definition of floating. And if that's what it's doing, like what you're saying, Jaybird, then it does float, and that means that Jay
We'll take it.
is
We'll
a
take it.
winner here, Outback Steakhouse. Congratulations, Jay.
Thank you.
All right, very nice. That simple, that easy. All right, Professor Jaybird, thank you very much for doing your experiment with us today and giving away some Outback Steakhouse. You can come back now.
Science Alliance.
Science Alliance. There you go. Gosh, we are learning stuff here today. We are testing things out, Virginia.
We're learning the acoustics in the bathroom aren't really that great for radio.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
What'd he say?
Well, it's kind of tough. Yeah, so. Okay. Always interactive here on the KVJ show. You can hit us up, text 877-979-WRMF. Somebody said, control your show, bro. First that trash Bills jersey Jaybird's wearing. Now you're talking about the overrated Jets quarterback.
Y'all, people giving me a hard time about this Buffalo Bills jersey. I don't like the Bills. I like Panda because he's my friend. He let me borrow this one time because I didn't have a shirt. This is laundry month. It's the only thing I had today to wear. I'm not a Bills fan.
And people checking out our scientific experiment we did just a little bit ago. Will it float? Jaybird dropping items in the toilet to guess whether or not they would float. And people who are watching it on the KVJ Facebook page said, I'm watching online, and it's funny to me that Jaybird is flushing with his foot, but he's taking the items out of the toilet with his hands.
Look, no one ever said I did it right. Ever.
You're an odd one.
Oh, well, and you're a stuck-up one.
We got some local country stars having birthdays today. From Wellington, Cassidy Pope is turning 30 today. Happy birthday, Cassidy. And from Vero Beach, Jake Owen is turning 38 today.
Nice.
They're both in Nashville now doing that country thing, but happy birthday to both. Jack Black is turning 50 today, and so is Jason Priestley from the revamped 90210. Also, happy birthday to Rye Bear, turning 4 from Dad, Mom, Sissy, and Brother. And happy birthday to Emily from your coworker. Okay. Got a birthday you want on the KVJ show? Let us know. Send us the email. That's the most convenient. mail@kvjshow.com. That way we can see it because we got so many ways you can reach us. Like Joanna trying to drop one for tomorrow for Johnny from Mama Jeff, Matthew Jackson, and Maya. It's turning 10. But problem with that is that, when we have birthday wishes spread over, what do we got? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Very tricky to compile.
Yeah, so that's why we always just say, please do the email so we get it in one spot.
Yes.
That's where we go for that. Well, the science experiment's continuing on the show today. Maybe the smartest we've been in a long, long time. Jaybird doing another experiment here today. We're going to test his sniffer out. He claims that he could sniff fast food bags and tell you what restaurant it's from just by sniffing the bag.
I feel like I could do it.
Okay.
I can drive by fast food restaurants and smell and go.
And if you were being kidnapped, this actually could be very handy. Imagine Jaybird's kidnapped, blindfolded and thrown in the back of a car and driven around, and he got a second on the phone with the police, be like, okay, I know I drove by a McDonald's, then I took a right by a Burger King.
We made a left by a Wendy's.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Did you hear the story? Popeyes ran out of chicken sandwiches.
I think it's happening in a lot of stores. They didn't realize the demand was going to be so big.
Yeah, it's, really taken off. Social media has propelled it, basically, since they came out with the chicken sandwich on August 12th. And we had seen crazy stories even from over the weekend, including one guy that climbed in a Popeyes drive-through window and tried to attack the entire staff when they ran out of chicken sandwiches. And now their social media yesterday had to announce that, sorry, we are out of the chicken sandwiches, but they'll be back soon, we hope. So they suggest that customers download the free Popeyes app to get push notifications to find out when and where they can get their chicken sandwich. And it has been, needless to say, nothing less than a phenomenon.
I don't think they expected it to just take off on Soch. I mean, it really did take off on social media.
Well, it just goes to show you that's why everybody is trying to come up with a viral campaign. Because, I don't know if the sandwiches are that amazing. I haven't had them yet, but that's just kind of what's going on is people just feel like, I don't want to be left out. You can't leave me out.
It's all about the hype train.
It is. The hype train is really cranking. Tina sent us this email, said, I was listening to y'all and talking about the Popeye sandwiches, and I was in Port St. Lucie here, and the police had to shut down whatever street this is by the Safe Light Auto. She's got a picture of that, but you can see like all those cars if you're watching KVJ TV. That's a better picture of it. Right there, they were trying to pull in, and they had to shut down basically the street and the Popeyes because the traffic was so insane in Port St. Lucie trying to get the chicken sandwich.
That's amazing.
The pizzle.
Pizzle wants some Popeyes, man. That's crazy. So now everybody's trying to get in on the action. KFC's like going, oh, no, we got to do something here. So they're now serving their sides by the scoop, not by the carton. So you can make mashups of sides in one container.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay. That's their strategy on that. And talking about viral campaigns that are successful, Dairy Queen, their Blizzard-scented candle just went on sale, and they've sold out of that immediately. So everybody thinks now they need a Blizzard-scented candle. So it's the hype train, baby. That's all it is. Well, Jaybird, he knows a thing or two about the fast food. In fact, what he's got here for you is an impressive test of his sniffer. He has one of the most impressive sniffers, Virginia, that I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not even messing with you.
It's a tiny nose, but
Yeah.
it's so good.
It really is insane.
I hope it's in my old age. I hope it's still strong. Although I can smell Virginia's farts pretty quick, even when she thinks they're just little silent ones.
You're like, nope, I got it.
I mean, within seconds, you can tell my
Yeah,
face does something.
It does. I look over and I see Jaybird go like, okay.
It's almost like a game for Kevin to play.
He has that. Now I know it. It's like, okay, Virginia's just farted and Jaybird just smelled it. Yeah, I know exactly what's going on.
I'm sorry. I still love dairy. I know it's bad, but I love it.
It's all good.
Yeah. All right, so what we've got here is a fast food sniff test. 3 different bags of fast food. Jaybird, I'm going to have you jump out of the studio
Okay.
here for just a second. Denny will give you a thumbs up when you come back in, so I'm going to let the audience know here exactly what we got in these fast food bags and in what order. So it's done legitimately. People can see and know. We're going to start off here. The first bag you have is from McDonald's.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Second bag is from Burger King.
Yes.
Okay. And the third bag is from Bud's Chicken and Seafood. Now,
We've turned them inside out. But I
Okay.
think he should also be blindfolded just because different bags have different colors and he probably knows them.
so
For sure.
How'd you do this? You got the food
I
in
got
the
the
bags.
food last night and I just went the same on every place. So I got a small order of chicken and fries from all the places.
And it sat in the bag overnight and all this morning.
Yeah, it sat in the bag overnight in my car and this morning, so I would not eat the food. But
Right.
the bags are very smelly and greasy.
Real greasy.
Okay, so that's how he's going to be able to detect the scent. Okay.
He says he can. Let's put it to the test.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and bring it back in. We got
Put the blindfold on him, though, so he can't see the bags.
McDonald's, Burger King, Bud's. Okay. In that order. Okay.
Yeah.
Jaybird's coming in here. We're going to... I smell a lot of fast food in here, but I couldn't pick out what's what.
Oh, it smells so much like fast food in the hallway.
It's definitely pungent.
Oh, there's a lot.
No doubt about it.
I'm a little nervous.
You can do it.
Should be. There's a lot riding on this here, Jaybird.
Is there?
Actually, there's nothing riding
Yeah,
on this,
people are gonna-
and this doesn't matter.
They're gonna
Pride.
forget it. Whether I do good or
Pride.
bad, they'll forget about this in 10 minutes.
No, you're pretty much unstoppable in your taste tests and your sniff tests. I don't even know if you have a loss at all in the years we've been doing all these different things.
Yeah, when it comes to this stuff, this is my lane. Now, I will say, I smell one fast food restaurant already. I don't want to say the name of it, but I'm almost certain you have one definitely.
Okay. We're going to go in order here. Virginia, I think, or Denny's will have to jump
Yes.
over there and help him out. Let's go with bag number 1.
Bag number 1.
Jaybird will sniff it and tell us what fast food restaurant it is from.
I already know it.
Yeah, okay. Very confident already.
There's a fry on it.
Where Denny's? Where's it at?
You want to eat the fry? It's been in my car all night.
Yeah. That'd be cheating, though.
Okay. What do you think there, Jaybird? What fast food restaurant bag is that?
Oh man, I'm getting a lot of different smells. Ugh.
Oh, boy. Maybe not so easy, huh?
I got his nose in the grease spot.
Get me in the grease, Denny's.
That's
Rub
where
my
he wants-
nose.
Great for your acne. Rub that greasy bag on my face.
First one will be McDonald's.
First one, McDonald's. You're correct.
Yes! You did it.
How many do we have?
3.
Okay. All right.
All right. Fast food bag number 2. Jaybird claims that with his sniffer, he can just smell the bags from fast food restaurants and tell you where it's from.
Oh, this bag's real greasy.
Yeah, it is.
Denny's, rub my face in it.
Bags turn inside out.
Oh yeah.
You gotta break out.
Jaybird
Okay, was there an onion ring in there?
There was not. I stayed pretty specific.
Standard.
Fries?
And standard for all. I got
There's
fries
fries in here?
and a little bit of chicken.
Okay.
Okay. For each
Hold
one.
on. Can you give me a different part of the bag and kind of jam it up my nose? All right.
Okay, Jaybird. A lot riding on this
There's
here.
a lot riding on this.
Okay. What fast food restaurant is that bag from? Using your sniffer here.
Is that all right? I'm gonna lock it in with Burger King.
Okay. Burger King. Jaybird, your answer is correct. 2 for 2.
Oh my god.
One last hurdle remains for another perfect score to completely impress our audience.
I swear I can't see a thing.
Okay.
We know. And we've turned all the bags.
Yes.
Oh, that smells.
Inside out so you can't see a logo.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Third and final one. What fast food restaurant is this bag from? Okay.
With confidence.
Yeah.
That's butt chicken and seafood, without a doubt. I would bet my life on it.
Okay. You are correct, Jay Bird. 3 for 3.
3 for
You are lying.
3.
You can do it.
That one does smell
That
like.
smells. That's my baby right there. That's my love.
Yeah.
I could smell that anywhere.
You can just simply smell the bag and
Can
boom,
you do
there
it,
you go.
Denny's? When you smell them, can you tell the difference?
So this one does smell like onion rings.
It does. The Burger
smells
King.
just like
the
it.
Burger King smelled like Burger King onion rings. Believe it or not. That's how.
I
that's
didn't
actually
put
how I
onion
knew.
rings in it.
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe the bag was by the onion ring station.
It does smell like onion
It
rings.
does.
It smells just like them.
Burger King onion ring has a distinct smell, Kevin. But
Yeah.
it's more distinct than any other onion ring. It smells like an onion ring with a little bit of Whopper.
I thought this was going to be so hard. That's why I went for the low-hanging fruit. McDonald's, Burger King, Bud's. I mean, do we need to go deeper? Do we need to
Maybe
go
tomorrow should we do a round 2, but you can go
deeper?
everything.
I thought it was going to be 5 or 6 items, and I prepared for this. I didn't sleep last night because of this.
So this was just too much of a cakewalk for you.
Wow.
I don't want to
We
say
got to
that.
challenge our boy. Okay.
It's up to
The
y'all.
bar has been set.
All right. Well, yeah, today was just a glimpse at what you could do.
Spring training.
And now that you've done it so well, we realize that you can handle more. So maybe tomorrow we'll have to do a round 2 to see if you can remain perfect.
I either need a nap or a stiff drink. It's a stress.
Really? Okay.
This means something.
Tough
I can
stuff.
make you a drink. We probably need you to stay awake till 10.
Okay.
All right, well, talking Denny's here. It's time for another round of Denny's or Animal. Denny's or Animal here. What you got to do is we will play a clip of an animal. You got to tell us, is it the real animal or is it Denny's making the noise here? We've got Aquatica Orlando tickets today, and Sarah from Palm Beach Gardens is going to take a jump at it. Hello, Sarah.
Hi,
Okay, you ready for this?
I am. I'm excited.
Okay, it's a pretty simple concept here. We're going to play for you the sound of a frog. You just need to tell us, is this a real frog or is this our producer Denny's making the noise? Are you ready here, Sarah?
I am. Let's do it.
Okay, Denny's or animal?
Ribbit. Ribbit. Ribbit.
I like the sounds of the swamp.
It really does. It adds a layer of trickery.
It really does. Huh. Okay, we're starting off with a tough one here today, Sarah. What do you think? Is that Denny's or is that animal?
It's a tough one, but I think I'm going to confidently say that was Denny.
With confidence, you
With
are
confidence.
correct.
Yay!
This is
All
actually
right.
Denny's.
Ribbit. Ribbit. Ribbit.
Yeah.
Kev, you were out of town the last time we did this.
Yeah.
Denny's probably had his Bohemian Rhapsody of sounds.
Did he really?
He had a herd of pigs going, and it sounded amazing. He put a little reverb on the pigs'
Different
voice.
layers and
Oh, it was so good.
gosh,
It was his
so
best.
much good stuff.
It was his Mona Lisa.
Okay. All right. Next up, what about this one here? Denny's or animal? We're going for an owl.
Owl?
An owl. What do you think, Sarah? Is this a real owl or is this Denny's?
Ooh, that's tough.
That is. Do you think that is a real owl or is that Denny's, Sarah?
That's a tough one.
It is.
I'm going to say that that's a real owl.
It's a real owl? Is that a real owl, Denny's?
That is.
That is a real owl.
That owl kind of makes the same
right.
sound though Denny's makes when I tickle him.
Oh, yeah.
On his undercarriage.
Yeah. Okay.
Do it. Do it on KVJ TV.
Come over,
Get
Denny's.
over there, Denny.
Come on.
Let me tickle you, Denny's.
Tickle him.
Come here.
Okay. Yeah. There you hear it. Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. Final one. Denny's or animal? This is a sandhill crane. Denny's or animal?
You can tell he's running out of animals.
Okay. What do you think here? Is that a real sandhill crane, Sarah, or is that our producer Denny's?
I'm going to go with Denny's.
Is that you, Denny's?
That is me. That is what they sound like, though.
No idea. Hey, Sarah, you have a perfect score, so there's no doubt you got the 4-pack of tickets to Aquatica Orlando, Florida's #1 water park, okay?
Awesome. That's going to be so much fun. Thank you guys so much.
You are so welcome.
Be honest, Denny's. You running out of animals?
Running out. Next one will be like spotted leopard. I threw the pigs in for
Oh,
it.
you have to flock of pigs?
You gotta hear this, Kev.
It's so good, Kevin.
That is one of my favorite things ever.
A whole bunch of them.
It's so good. There's reverb on it.
It's a herd of them. Gosh. They're definitely hungry and angry. I mean, it's crazy. Okay. What would you say is the grossest thing that you do?
Oof.
Any guess on what that would possibly be? The grossest thing that you do that you're maybe certain that really nobody else is doing. That's the interesting thing. And a lot of times we find ourselves in these kind of situations where we're doing something we think, wow, this is really disgusting. I'm sure no one else on planet Earth does this. But then little do you know, there are a lot of people doing exactly the gross thing that you think nobody else would.
Do you know what your personal one is? Or do you have to kind of dig deep?
Grossest thing that I think I do where it's like, okay, you don't necessarily want people to see. I'm always cleaning orifices. So it has to be, I'm really weird about it. I can sense if I have anything in my nose or my ears, it drives me crazy. So unless they're completely spick and span constantly, it will be in my head and it will drive me crazy. And so to have somebody always picking at either one of those orifices, we consider it to be gross when everybody picks at an orifice.
Yeah, but everyone's got to pick an orifice. You have to. If you're not picking, you're going to be sticking.
Yeah, just to kind of let you know, I mean, if you're a picker, they, according to this new survey, said that 77% of people pick their nose. 77%, and this is the people that are asking, so the other 23% still could be lying. But when they're asking, saying, do you ever pick your nose? 77% of people say, yes, I do pick my nose.
Everybody picks their nose. It's 100%. They're lying.
It's the first thing I do when I get in my car.
Yeah.
Because you're in like this secret box that you think nobody can see you in.
I think you have one of the grosser things. Don't you say you pick your nose and flick your boogers somewhere in the car?
Yeah.
That's pretty gross if you ride with her.
If they're big enough, they'll go out the window.
That's disgusting. When you start flicking them around, and they do need to go outside the car.
Yeah, definitely. If it's just like a little piece of skin, though, because some boogers just look like a flake of skin, and you're like, it's barely a booger. Those might go on the floor mat. But if they're big and chunky and meaty and green,
we get it. Thank you.
they go out the window.
Yeah. It's already gross enough.
You're the grossest one on this show.
Without
hands
a doubt.
down. It's not even close.
No. 72% of people pee in the shower, and I would argue again is that I don't really think that's gross, and I do, and I would. I think that you're
saving water,
save on water, and it's just washing itself
free.
right down anyway.
You're peeing, the warm water's on your neck. It's it's the low budget version of a bidet, really.
Mm-hmm. Now, the warm water in your neck, is that from the shower or is that you?
Are you peeing on your neck?
I have great aim.
Because I'm trying to get the visual
Or is there
right
somebody
here.
else in the tub?
No, it's coming from the faucet.
Denny's is in there, peeing on his neck.
I like warm water right here.
Come on, Denny's.
I do like warm water helps me pee.
He makes Denny's drink water all day so that they can have fun later.
60% of people chew with their mouth open. I do think that is gross, and that's easily fixable.
But do you eat differently by yourself alone compared to other people?
You're less concerned, yeah.
Oh yeah. If I know no one's watching me, I am going to eat that thing like I'm a bear.
Did you see the Big Brother montage they put together for Christy?
I almost sent the idea to Kevin because so many people were turned off. There's this girl on Big Brother, and they had a montage of her eating, and every time she eats, she's smacking her mouth. Her mouth is open, and everyone's just like, how do you not know that you're doing that?
That's one of those things where you could take somebody that's totally hot, they could be a 9, and they do something like that, and they're immediately like at a 7.
Do I do that?
No, you keep your mouth closed, but you are a violent chomper. So when you are eating your imitation crab meat, you'll eat
You're a smacker. People always make comments when you're eating, be like, who is eating on the show? It sounds so disgusting.
You're an aggressive chewer, and like your mouth, you keep it closed, but it's aggressive.
And then for you, the foods that you're eating are gross on top of it.
Oh, true.
That's
yes.
kind of what it is. The imitation crab meats or hard-boiled eggs.
I have eggs today.
And,
tuna.
She gets a little on her finger. She licks it up.
Yeah. It's really for you, the grossness is in parts, creating one big gross hole.
I'll come in here and eat sushi at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
To me, the biggest offender are your boiled eggs. They smell like
Terrible.
farts, and then they make you fart, so it's like double fart.
Yeah.
Bad news. Guess what's for breakfast?
Ugh.
Yeah, they're in the fridge.
It's a bully move.
30% of people scratch their butt in public.
Scratching and digging is different.
Now, what if you have a wedgie? Sometimes your undies just crawl in there and you've got to remove them. It's uncomfortable.
There's picking, which is fine. You're picking it right out. There's scratching, which is on the outer surface. And then there's digging, which is where you're going in the innards and you are looking for something.
You're right. A quick little tug is okay, right?
Fine.
Just happens. Yeah, it's the really like you might have worms.
Yes.
That is pretty gnarly.
And for dudes, a lot of dudes, they go in their pants and scratch their front.
Yeah.
And they do it without even realizing they're doing it, to the point where you've been in there for a good 30 seconds. Stop it.
Yeah.
Because it looks like you're doing stuff.
And they say the gross thing that people do, 18% pop pimples in public. And I got to tell you, according to the responses, because we put up a KVJ Facebook topic, that seemed to be the number one thing that people are answering on what is the gross thing you do. Anything else you want to admit that wasn't on that list, 877-979-WRMF. You can call or text 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show. What is the grossest thing that you do or kind of makes you weird because of it. We're talking about the averages for Americans and the gross things that we do. Nose picking, 77% of the people admit to doing that. And picking is a lot of it. Like when we asked the question on the KVJ Show Facebook page, Holly said, yeah, I pick up my husband's face, I trim or pull hairs, I remove blackheads, I squeeze out cysts. It's kind of like we're monkeys or something.
Maybe it's a nurturing thing.
It's a weird thing, but I know that Dr. Pimple Popper is really big on YouTube.
Huge.
My wife is into the pimple popping stuff, and it's a very odd thing that's a fascination.
Well, I've even seen you, Virginia. If me or Kevin have like a little pimple, you're like, oh, please, I gotta pop it. Let me pop it.
Please. If I'm looking at you and you have a pimple, I can think of nothing but the pimple. When you're talking, all I'm hearing is pimple, 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 pimple.
You know
pimple.
what's sad? As soon as I see a blemish on my face, I make sure that I say it on the air before Virginia has the chance to out me and shame me. It's like 8 Mile.
The only thing that like gets me where I have to is if I can see like the white head of it and I know it's ready to pop. If it's just pink and it's already been popped, I don't care about it.
We just have to make a deal that you can't say and make an announcement like, hey Jay-Bird, you have a pimple on your neck in front of like 3 hot girls.
I can't make that promise. I have zit Tourette's.
And that's why you are the worst wingman.
People hitting us up with the gross thing that they do. Is there anybody here on the show that would admit to doing this? Pulling out their hair and flossing their teeth with it.
No, that creeps me out.
I don't think I have a hair long enough to do that.
Your hair, that's not good.
No one's doing that. Who's doing that?
Somebody text in.
Oh, you can cut up your gums by doing that.
From the 954.
That's not good.
Pull out a hair and use it as floss.
No.
I mean, I guess, yeah, if you had long hair, you could do it.
Okay. Anybody here on the show admit to doing this? I clean my belly button with a Q-tip, and then I sniff the Q-tip when I'm done.
I would do that.
My husband busted me do it the other night. I was so embarrassed.
Yeah, I would do that.
Because you're just curious. Like, do I smell in there?
I think it's honestly a biological thing because our society's weird and we shame each other for doing that. But biologically, it's kind of a way to test your health. There's some kind of connection that we make by the smells, weird smells that come out of our
Your
body.
body wants you to know if you're healthy or not.
Well, you're just curious. Like, is that dirt? Is that chocolate?
Yeah, you're right. And that's a fun game, dirt or chocolate or something else.
Let's try that tomorrow.
Have you ever smelled the toilet paper after you've wiped?
Never.
No, that's a different level.
I'm not that committed. And
That's a different level.
You are the grossest person on the
Without
show.
a doubt.
It's not even close.
That really just shocked me.
You've done that. Clearly.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
I can go deeper.
Go deeper.
No.
Dan, don't go too deep.
Jilly's on here from West Palm Beach. Jilly, what is the grossest thing you do?
It's pretty gross.
Okay.
But it works, and it's not unnatural. At night, before I go to bed, I put some of my own urine on my face.
Okay.
Some people
But if you look it up, it's a legitimate way to get rid of wrinkles. And I sent a picture just so it's not like this doing that. You just like dab, a little touching, putting cotton ball and dab it on your face, and everyone else.
Are you doing it right now?
Did you just start a wrestling match?
Here,
I always make it myself.
I'm going to
if you can look
show
at my
you.
picture, I just did that in the bathroom like 2 mornings ago.
Yeah.
And I haven't had any work done, and I'm 44 years old.
Oh, okay. We'll post
is
that
your
up if you
picture.
don't mind. Yeah, because she sent in a photo of your face. Yeah, Jilly, we'll post that up, and maybe some people will be believers. I have heard in some those. Yeah, every now and then you'll see that shocking health and beauty story, and that's typically what it is people are using or drinking their urine and all different stuff.
I've heard other stuff too, without getting too graphic, that it's supposed to be extraordinarily good for your skin.
What?
I can't say. I'll write it down.
Yeah, I'm looking at. We'll post that up. I'm looking at Jilly's face. Yeah, 44. Looks very young. I don't know if
You have a
the
picture?
urine or genetics, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're playing, how old is she? Not sure that I would get that.
Would you do that if you knew it would take off 10 years on your face? Would you go to bed every single night putting urine?
No, because I already do Botox for the same exact purpose.
Yeah, but
Okay.
urine's so much cheaper. Botox can be expensive.
Urine's kind of gross, though. I don't want my pee on my face.
Said the woman who just said, I smell my own toilet paper.
I did. I have.
I don't think you're allowed to judge gross ever again.
Okay, what is the grossest thing you do? Somebody texted in, I picked my ears and I licked the wax off.
That's rough, man. I'm kind of getting my stomach. I'm kind of getting nauseous.
You shouldn't do that because the wax in your ears is trapping bacteria. So it's keeping all that funk from going like on your eardrum. If you scrape out that wax with all that bacteria in it and then you eat it, you're just eating all the germs that your body was trying to protect you.
Yeah, it's
from.
a filter.
It's a filter. Don't lick the filter.
I was told that a cloggy ear or like a waxy ear is a healthy ear. It's your ear kind of producing a protective.
Yeah, I mean, there's different levels. Like, it can switch, though. If you get, like, really gunked up in there, it's your body trying to protect you from an infection.
People are begging to not post the Jilly photo. She is definitely pranking us, somebody said from the 305. She's going to be laughing tonight thinking of all the stupid people putting pee on her face.
At least 10% of our audience will do it.
Urine on her face. She needs some psychiatric help.
I will not put urine on my face. I draw the line.
But I've heard of that before.
Yeah.
I've heard of people drinking it. Drinking their own urine for health benefits.
Okay.
There's no way I would do that.
I'm cool just looking old.
If that's the option, old or drink my pee, I'm just going to get old.
We're all going to get old. We're all going to look like a prune.
Somebody else said the grossest thing I do is listen to the dirt of the day.
Oh!
Okay. Oh,
dang.
snap.
Snap!
Bird's been texting.
Snap! I don't know how to text this show. I don't know our number.
It's all good. All right. Well, this could be gross. Mine was last week. It is What Did I Lick? Is the name of the game. And Denny's, I think, is last here. No, Suits we got next week, too, right?
Oh,
okay.
The kid, the prodigy. We're going to break him in.
Yeah, Suits hasn't gone yet. Yeah, mine was tough last week. The same material that we use for waxing the undercarriages of Jaybird and Suits, that is what I was licking, trying to figure out.
It was intense.
It is pretty intense.
We saw you take your earbuds out. We thought you were going to quit.
You really can't go
It is
anywhere.
tough. Yeah.
I mean, you can't get anything else is going to be so lame compared to that. I'm sorry.
I suggested one, but Kevin hated it.
I don't think he hated it. I think it's just too confusing.
It's too intense.
There was a lot to it, and there is a level too where I think people are going, okay,
Enough's enough. You guys really are animals.
Yeah. I was like, it might be a little much.
The one I told you, is that good enough, or should we keep looking?
I might work.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's what we'll do. We'll figure it out. We'll go on ahead. We'll blindfold Denny's. We'll put the shocker on him. He has 60 seconds asking yes/no questions. Try to figure out exactly what it is. We'll see if he can figure out in enough time what he licked next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Okay, I had a tough round last week. I played What Did I Lick? Did not get it correct. Denny's going to try here today to see if he can do better. In fact, I don't know if anybody's... somebody get it yet? Anybody even gotten theirs?
I forgot what I even licked.
I got mine. Mine was your deodorant with a hair on it.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was gnarly.
So Virginia won her round.
It smelled like Old Spice.
What was yours? You don't remember,
I
Jaybird?
can't remember.
You've looked too many weird things for it to even stand out, huh?
I really have. I've looked at a lot of weird things.
I think his was dog food, right?
Oh, it was. It actually wasn't bad because I ate
dog biscuit, yeah.
The dog biscuit tasted pretty good. I actually got off light on this one.
Yeah, you did.
Well, we started escalating, of course.
That's
Yeah,
what
you
we
know,
do.
Started off, we were like doing dog food, and then we've gone with taint paper. So
The first person to have gone was the one that got lucky.
yeah. So we've just lost our damn mind. So it's like we got to wrap this up pretty quick. Cause,
Imagine what Suits is going to get next
I
week.
know.
We have to, what we should do is we all should just go out to a bar, drink for about an hour, then come up with ideas of what
I
he should lick.
love it.
And we'll come up with something ridiculous.
okay. Denny's will have you pop out real quick. Hang with Suits. He'll give you the sign to come back in as we talk about what item.
Yeah, and you're lucky, Denny's, because
got
Kevin
here.
turned down my idea.
I still feel good about that. We can talk about it on the After the Show podcast. And people can either agree with me, Kev, you were right for saying, it might have been too much.
It's
or they can
too
say,
much.
Kevin, you've lost your edge.
It's too much, but don't forget what you licked last week, Kevin.
True, I know.
If this thing is building.
I know. I do. You're right. Look at that. I go through the fire, but I pull my boy Denny's out of it.
Either way, you're not going to make everybody happy.
No, you're right.
You made me happy. You made Virginia mad. See, I mean,
It's pretty much how it works.
even
50-50.
even on your own damn show, Kevin.
50-50. Okay, what we're going to have Denny's lick to see if he can identify it. Jaybird has come up with the item here, and he's pulled it right off his foot. You can see if you're watching KVJ TV, it is his very soiled flip-flop.
The inside of his flip-flop, not the bottom of the shoe, but just the inside where his foot rests.
Which actually might be more gross than the bottom of the shoe.
It does not smell great at all, actually. And this is where I walk through everything with these things. They're on their last leg. A lot of time. You can see they're starting to fall apart.
Okay.
I mean, it smells not very good.
Yes. Smells terrible.
So would you think licking that would be terrible to do? It's pretty gross.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah, considering where your feet have been, somebody doesn't have the kind of feet you do, a flip-flop, yeah.
I mean, it's dark because that's just time right there.
It's not as bad as Kevin's, but it's gross.
But you're not going to get the whole thing. You're not going to get worse than Kevin. Where are we going to go from there?
Well, where Virginia wanted to go, which is just, I'm like, in my soul of souls, it doesn't feel like the right move.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was.
It was awful.
Yeah.
And it may be worse than Kevin's.
Yeah.
But my idea was rejected.
All right, we're gonna have to I'm gonna try to. I don't want him to get what it is by the
by the texture. Yeah.
I'm gonna block it off a little bit.
Yeah, so I'll probably maybe go just like the tip. Have him kind of like to put that right out.
Just the tip.
Yeah, right into his mouth. Just the tip. Exactly.
Poor guy.
I'll go get Denny.
Okay. All right. We'll bring him back in here now. He's going to have the shot collar on. How we play What Did I Lick? Denny's going to have 60 seconds on the clock. And in that time, he will get 5 yes/no questions, meaning that whatever he asks us, the only answer we have to give is a yes or no response.
Where am I going?
You're so helpful, Bird.
Yeah.
He just pushed him into the chair.
Almost
made him fall.
Do we have the shot collar?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's ready to go.
Okay, all right. We got to get that on Denny's.
Uh-oh.
Get it ready for him. Just strap it around his calf. That should do it.
He's blindfolded. He's usually the one running around behind the scenes getting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just, Jaybird, get the shot collar, put it, just because he's got pantalones on today, so just put it right around his calf.
Put it on his neck? Okay.
No.
Wow.
Kill poor sweet Denny's.
We got to get our boy out in the sun.
Oh, my legs are so pale.
My God.
Yeah, can we see that real quick? Kick that up there so we can get that. Like, oh, my goodness.
It looks like he's been dead for a week.
You got that milk leg.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Then he's going to put on the shot collar. We'll get 60 seconds on the clock. Again, the question's just yes, no. That's the only response you can get from us. You got to have it done by 60 seconds. Okay, I'll give you a second to lick and process, and then we'll start the questions here with the clock. All right, Denny's going ahead, and Jaybird is going to feed you the item.
Don't touch it. Yeah, don't touch it.
Keep your hand down.
Just put your tongue out.
Okay. All right, Denny's licking.
Lick it.
Oh,
He's doing a long
plenty
lick.
of it.
Okay, he got a good bit of it. He stuck his tongue out. Jaybird just ran the item right down his tongue. Okay.
God, it smells like vinegar.
A little bit more.
Vinegar.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, your smell could really help out. Okay, all right, got a little bit there.
Oh, it stings my tongue.
Okay, 60 seconds here on the clock with the yes/no questions. We got somebody with the trigger for the shot collar.
Oh, he's licking it again, Kevin.
Okay, all right, here we go. Your 60 seconds begins now with the question.
Is it a belt?
Is it a belt? No.
Keep licking. Keep licking. Give me that tongue.
Okay.
You like it?
No. It tastes like vinegar.
45 seconds.
Vinegar.
Give me that tongue.
Oh.
Okay, he wants it
It
again.
smells like vinegar.
Oh, he's
Okay.
going back in for another lick.
You're
Oh,
down.
that one smells like a foot.
35 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
35 seconds.
Got a guess?
We'll use one.
More questions?
30 seconds.
Is it a leather thong?
A thong. No, it's not a thong.
Because it has like a musky taste.
20
but
seconds.
It's leather feeling.
2 questions. 15 seconds.
Explore that thing. Explore.
Yeah, it's making me sick.
10 seconds.
It smells like a.
Okay.
It smells like
5
sweat.
seconds. Only asked 2 questions.
Hurry, guess.
Leather thong.
Time is up. Okay, he's guessing leather thong. You said a lot of things like you were dancing around it. The leather part right, you went with the belt. You kind of got that. And then you said that it smelled like a foot. Denny's, you can take off the blindfold and see what it was you were licking. Okay, yeah. All right.
I should have guessed it was your shoe.
Yeah. Shoe.
Miho, it breaks my heart to do these
It
things.
smells like sweat. Oh,
Yeah, these are my workhorse shoes. I do everything in these. These are about to be retired.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
You retire shoes?
No, he doesn't.
Retire them
He
means
blows
lose
them out or loses them.
That's what retirement
They
means.
break or end up at a club.
That's what bird retirement
At a
means.
club.
He loses
I
them
love
in,
the clubs he wears flip-flops
in
to.
a nightclub.
I did lose a sandal in a club.
And he always,
I know.
he always has an attitude with bouncers. Who didn't let people in with flip-flops?
Sir, you have one shoe. You cannot come back in the
What
club.
kind of club is this?
How dare you?
How dare you not allow me entrance into this club with only one flip-flop
That
on?
was kind of funny because the other shoe was in the club, and he was outside of the club, kicked out
Yeah.
with one shoe.
That's how the bird works it. All right, give him a quick shot, and we'll call it good. Denny's. When Nadia will get his. Yep, try it.
Ready?
3, 2, 1. I don't think it's working, Miho.
Did you turn it on? Hold on. Usually I set all these up.
So Denny's actually has to shock himself.
He did.
Come on. Hold on. I kind of just.
He got it. He got it.
Poor Denny's.
He got it.
When you run all the equipment, you got to shock yourself.
Yes, you
Oh,
are.
no, Virginia.
You're accidentally bumbling.
Go figure. You all right, Denny's?
I'm all right.
Okay, good.
Lunches on the bird.
Kind of bummed out about looking at your sandals.
It's like a brother. It's me.
It's just you. Okay. You were trying to claim that actually Denny should get credit for getting What Did I Lick today because thong and flip-flop, which is what you had, really mean the same thing. When you're saying leather thong, is that what Denny's meant by thong?
You're supposed to say thong sandal.
He meant a thong by the butt, man. You know that.
I don't know. People are saying, I call them thongs too, so Denny's got it right.
Okay,
So
well,
Ken, I don't know.
you got it right. Hey, Denny's. Good job, man. You got it right.
We take back the shot?
So, I mean, what do people want?
I think when it comes down to it, like who got theirs right? Virginia got hers right, and did Denny's get his right? I did not get mine right. Jaybird did not get yours right. Or did you get yours right?
I got mine right, and then
Yeah.
I ate the dog bone. I mean, mine was real tough. Not as bad as Kevin, but mine was so easy.
No one compared to what Kevin went through. You went through the fire.
Yeah, I know. People are going, when's Kevin going to go? Harold must have missed last week's show.
No, they want you to get shocked because you did not get shocked. People know what you did.
Oh, okay.
They think you're welching out of your shocking bet.
No, we can do that. You're right, because I talked about doing it. Here, strap it on my leg. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and make this happen.
A leather thong, not the
Like underwear.
The thong sandal is the
We
same.
appreciate your honesty.
Thank you,
Dennis.
Dennis.
Yeah.
You are a superstar, kid.
Give me that shot collar, too. Put it on my...
He's getting it.
Who's got a whiter leg?
I think it's Denny's.
Could be a battle of the white legs. Mine's pretty white.
Denny's got you beat.
Denny's
Does he?
makes you want to have cereal because it looks like milk.
It
It
does.
looks delicious, doesn't it?
He's got that corpse hue.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Just a little bit.
It's Denny's.
Does that thing get blood flow?
It looks like it does look like it's one of those dead bodies in a morgue.
I think 6th grade onward, I've only worn jeans. I've only worn jeans for.
I was gonna say,
Didn't you surf?
Yeah, also I wear board shorts out there, but
He wears jeans on his board.
yeah, I wear jean
Skinny
shorts.
jeans. Ooh, I'd like to see you surfing in skinny jeans.
This is what I do, man. This is what I do.
My
A
man's
little
got,
tougher.
My man's got morgue leg.
Yeah. My whole body's like the same color. It's crazy. I have no tan lines.
Well, that's good.
Your
face
face
got a
looks
little
good.
bit, a little bit.
I think isn't your D two-tone though?
But that one, that dark spot, yes.
We are individually, we're bizarre.
Yes.
When you say it, like milk leg and two-tone
I get
D,
the thing go,
oh, it works.
All right, but I don't think that one counts though, because we didn't do a 3, 2, 1.
ouch.
Are you still holding it down?
he got it.
All right, 3.
It's still tickling. I got. Why do we get 2?
You don't have to get two.
I just go. Why do I
no one
get
even
2?
knew you were doing it. Denny's a countdown, bro.
No, I trust me. I got a shock.
Denny's is like a
Why am I
ninja.
getting 2? Yes.
He just moves in and shocks you
gosh.
when you're not ready.
Ouch. And they're like going, okay, he gets another. Wait, what's going on here? What? We're just gonna keep shocking you. That's the name of the game. Good Lord, it's getting out of control around here.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people out there. Ow!
show. Our Florida Man story of the day takes us to Cape Coral, where apparently a guy in a T-Rex costume was causing some mischief. But you'll find out in a second why it's tough if you're a cop trying to arrest a guy in a T-Rex costume. This jerk of a dude was going around chasing kids and scaring them.
Aww. But those T-Rex costumes are not scary, right? The inflatable one, he looks kind of happy.
No, but if you got a deranged guy in it that's chasing you around, going, you're like, okay, I'm actually a little scared of that.
Okay, that T-Rex guy running after you with an axe, that's not horrifying?
T-Rex can't hold an axe. His arms are too tiny.
Somebody calls the cops there in Cape Coral. They show up, and they struggle with this guy who's not going peacefully. So here are the cops wrestling a T-Rex to the ground.
Please tell me there's video.
I hope there is. Probably body camera stuff at least.
Oh, I need it.
But then the problem is they're trying to handcuff him. He has those tiny T-Rex arms. Couldn't get through to his real arms. And they're trying to put him down, but he's got tiny T-Rex arms, and eventually they just got his whole body in the car.
That will go viral if that ever comes out.
Trying to put handcuffs on a T-Rex.
It's incredible.
There's a guy in Toronto who broke into a business last week, and while he was inside, for some reason decided he would Xerox his face, make a photocopy of it.
We've done that to our butt. It's fun.
I think we've even done our face
we've done our face too, yeah.
Yeah, it is funny, and it's a lot of fun, but if you're breaking into a place, it's smart not to leave that copy behind to make it a lot easier for the police to identify exactly what you look like to track you down.
It's so fun. It is fun to take pictures of your face and butt on that thing.
I say we do it. Where's the copy? Let's go find one.
We have one. In fact, we just got a state-of-the-art one.
Okay.
That we can break real quick.
We'll have Jaber go make a copy of his face here, see how it looks.
Okay, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go now?
If you want, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, bring it on in. We'll get it here before the end of the Whacked Out News. There were surgeons in England who were able to save a carpenter's severed hand. But, a lot of times if something like that happens, they have to reattach it to another part of your body to keep the blood flow going.
Interesting.
So I'm trying to figure out exactly why the surgeons in England decided the best place to put his severed hand was on his groin, and it was there for 2 weeks.
Really? Is there a picture of that?
I don't know, Virginia, but they say his pants fit him like a glove. Yeah, I don't. Why would you do that unless you didn't want to freak people out? So you want to put it in a place that would be covered always. But I would think you put it on your side and then wear a baggy shirt.
There's a main artery that runs right there on your hip. Maybe they wanted to put it to a main artery so it would get the best blood flow. I don't know.
There's a gazillion different jokes, and I can't say any of them right now. I said the only one's clean up for the radio, but yes, maybe that's it.
Did it work, though? They put his hand back on him and it's fine?
Yeah, hey, that's where they put it. They attached it down to his groin area. For 2 weeks, he had his hand down there, and then I don't know why they had to wait, unless it sounds like a practical joke, and come see us in 2 weeks. And then they were able to do it then. There's a lot of questions I have about this story. I'm not a surgeon by any means, but yes, why did they decide to make the decisions they did? Maybe a surgeon here in America can let us know.
Fascinating.
Or do they just do weird stuff in England? There's a patient in Vietnam who complained about ear pain. Kind of like the story we had earlier this week in the Whacked Out News. When he went to the doctor, they found a large bee in his ear.
A bee?
Remember that? Somebody else had a
spider.
Spider, yeah.
A brown recluse spider. Now we got a bee?
How do you get a bee in your ear? Oh. I guess he didn't even know what it was. And I guess, like in this story too, he's fortunate he didn't get stung. A 23-year-old woman in Mexico was doing extreme yoga on the railing of her balcony.
Uh-oh.
Just seems like things that don't really mix well.
Girl.
Extreme yoga and a balcony.
How high up was the balcony?
80 feet.
Oh, my gosh.
So you know what happened.
She died.
No, she only broke 110 bones. She's fine, though.
Only 100?
Only 110.
How many do you have?
111.
She break every bone except one. My pinky works.
She had one attached.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, don't do extreme yoga on a balcony. There's a woman in Texas that, boy, Virginia, maybe you can relate to this. In Texas, they love, probably even more so than South Florida, plastic surgery.
Really? More than South Florida?
Go to Dallas.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Dallas loves them some plastic surgery.
Interesting.
It's insane. In fact, I can a lot of times look at a woman over the age of 50, and if she's from Dallas, I'm like, you don't even have to tell me. I'm like going, where am I from? Dallas.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty fascinating. So just so you know how obsessed they are with plastic surgery, there's a woman in Texas that drove her Mercedes to a Botox clinic on Friday night and used a grinding saw to break in just because she had to get the Botox. But you're driving a Mercedes, so you can't afford Botox, or you just realize you needed Botox that badly you had to get it right now. So she got the Botox and some other anti-aging products and took off in her Mercedes, and now the cops are trying to track her down.
So she stole the medicine?
Yes.
Did she inject herself? Because that's really hard to do.
I don't know. Yeah, you would think there's a big part of that goes into it.
Wow.
Insane. I don't know. There's a judge in Montana that ordered 2 criminals who lied about having been in the military a fitting punishment for their crime. What they have to do is on Memorial Day and Veterans Day, they have to stand by a true veterans memorial with signs that say, I am a liar.
Ooh.
Stolen valor.
That's going to be intense.
I mean,
all the people that are coming out to pay
Absolutely.
tribute know that you did the whole stolen valor.
We know this story. People that are going to know the story, and they take that very seriously. But hey, if you're going to do something like that, and you're going to lie about serving in the military and not doing it legit, seems like a fitting punishment to me.
It's an intense punishment, and you're going to go through it.
Yeah, deal with all the ridicule.
I bet you'll never do that again.
That's how we should do it, teaching people lessons.
I like it.
Well, I don't know why it's taking Jaybird a ridiculously long amount of time to make a photocopy of his face.
Do you think he really knows how to work the copy machine?
But Denny's went with him.
When you're the first person at work, which we might be, you have to fire it up, and it takes time to warm up. It has to go through the whole warming up. You can't just go right in and take a copy of your face.
You think that's what it was?
It's in sleep mode overnight.
Most people are here like 25 minutes ago. I thought.
Maybe you don't know how your coworkers bring it.
Oh, really? No, my back's turned to them, so.
Nobody's doing hard work yet.
Okay. All right, well, we'll try now. See what's taking them so long. They got it? Okay.
Oh, we had to ask for help.
We had to ask for help.
Couldn't get it?
Well, we're trying to ask for help and not ask the wrong people because they would not like me doing this.
Yeah, okay.
This is the best one we have right here.
You look like you're a character from Blair Witch.
Oh my gosh, you keep your eyes open?
Yeah, I thought that was stepping it up.
Oh.
I can't see anything.
I was going to say.
No, it's very
You will
tough.
not be able to drive home today.
It's definitely tough to see.
That's a pretty good photo, though.
But yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's a great
That's what it looks like.
picture.
Hold that up to KVJ TV so people can really get a good look at that. There you go. All right, check us out on YouTube. Pull it back a little bit so you can get it. There you go. KVJShow.com. You can go see it right now. Jaybird's photocopy of his face.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
So what kind of tweets are you sending out, and what are you secretly saying about yourself? You may not think too much about it, but there's this new online tool, or at least an online tool. It's new to me. It's called Analyze Words, and you can run your Twitter account through it, and it'll perform a personality analysis based on all the words it finds on a Twitter handle. You go to analyzewords.com, you enter a Twitter handle, and it'll give you a profile. So we kind of did a rundown on what it says about everybody here on the KVJ show. Now, taking a look at what I have on, let me see, my Twitter here.
It analyzes every tweet you've ever posted?
I guess it goes through the account, yeah.
Interesting.
And it picks out keywords, and it puts together an algorithm of tendencies that you have and the tone of those words, angry, pissed, things like that. You'd be going, oh, okay.
I probably get the weirdest on Twitter.
You do? Okay.
Instagram is more pictures, so there's not too much,
I get the edgiest on Twitter.
Yeah. I just get, it gets odd.
Okay, so they break it up into different categories, and they do like emotional style, and everything is based on like to 100. So I think it's kind of like, how they do with kids and when your height, like, oh, my child is in the 90th percentile. I think that's kind of how it does.
Okay, Virginia should be in the 90th percentile of anger.
Probably would think so, yeah. So for me, my score on being upbeat on a scale to 100 is 66, It scores me at an 83 for worried. I'm in the red.
Really?
I'm like, okay, so apparently what I'm saying in my tweets makes it appear like I'm worried.
Are you worried?
I don't feel like I'm worried, but maybe it's the tone of how I try to write things like it's comedy, and then it's like...
I'm way more worried
there's
than
a
you.
tone. Yeah, I know.
If you're that worried...
I'm not worried about anything.
I probably broke the chart.
Yeah.
You do ask questions sometimes because you do some stuff about the suck eyes. Sometimes you'll morph into sports, and sometimes you'll ask a question which may be interpreted as, is this person worried or concerned?
Well, I might have a photo, something's clearly off. I'm like, oh, wait, does this feel right?
Yeah.
And then that might pick up the tone and have me as worried because that's a style that I use. Okay, now, as far as like being depressed, I'm at a 32. On that angry, I'm at a 26.
Okay, so you're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to be the angriest?
Virginia.
If it's not me, I'm going to be disappointed in myself and need to step up my levels.
The anger will go Virginia first, me second, then probably you just because you just on mere volume.
Okay, I will let you know that if you look at this based on anger, I am the lowest. I am the least angry according to an analysis of our tweets.
I can see that.
The person who is the angriest on the KVJ show in their tweets with a score of 70 is Jaybird.
Oh.
It might be because I'm always like, if you like kale or you like broccoli, then get the hell out of me. Like, I always go after food.
You're actually at a 70. Virginia is at a 53.
Interesting.
I get lippy, but I get lippy about stupid things, though.
Yeah, he gets lippy about kale. I actually go after people.
She tries to fight people and dox them.
I threaten them.
And as far as being upbeat, I'm the worst at a 66. The most upbeat on the show is Jaybird with a 74 score, and Virginia second with a 70.
So you're upbeat and angry.
That's kind of, and you wonder why I have mental problems. It's too much.
The most depressed person on the show, according to an analysis of their tweets, if you're looking at the most, it would be Virginia.
Yep.
With a score of 43. Jaybird close behind at 41, and then mine was at 32.
Okay, I don't feel depressed.
No, again, I think sometimes we try to be funny on Twitter, and then it's
probably what it is.
Yeah.
It probably is analyzing your humor style more than anything.
Twitter, you're kind of putting on a show. I think about Twitter like it's just exaggerated behavior, either too crazy or too sad or too violent. Like, I really step it up on Twitter.
It is tough, though, because I try to do that sometimes with our listeners. I try to be funny and zing, like I'm playing around. But if you're just tweeting that out or just texting that back, like I went after somebody in our chat room one time, but I was just kidding, and they thought I was serious. I'm like, oh, no, I really don't want to fight you.
On the personable score, Jaybird, you have the highest. Virginia has the lowest. You're at a 67 for personable, and Virginia, you're at a 47.
What is personable?
I'm easy to approach and talk to, Virginia. You are not.
Good.
According to analysis of our Twitter, who do you think is the most arrogant?
It might be me, because I'll have these proclamations about this donut is the best. If you don't agree,
I am the most arrogant.
Okay, got one right.
Yep, finally, some real analysis. He is arrogant.
Arrogant. I got a 50. Jaybird, you're at a 47, and Virginia is the lowest with a 38 on the arrogant score, according to analysis of our Twitter.
Yeah, look at that.
Do you all go on Twitter that much? I go through bouts. It's almost like homework sometimes. Do you do it a lot?
Honestly, I don't hardly post anything anymore on social. I go on there to read other things, but I don't have really anything to say, and I don't want to mix it up because it usually causes a problem where someone's going to clap back and it's like, I don't have time for this.
I like to go on everything every day and put at least something out there.
It's just too much. We have so many forums, Instagram, Twitter. Now we got Snapchat because Rocco's swearing at people. We have so many different things.
Our Snapchat is blown up, by the way.
I know. Get the kids swearing on our Instagram.
Okay, so here's what we got. This is all of our tweets. So If you can figure out whose tweet belongs to whom here on the KVJ show, I'm going to hook you up with tickets for a very hot game next Saturday. Going to be the biggest game of the year, I would say, for the FAU Owls. They're taking on UCF Knights. That is a big game for them. So Central Florida is going to be coming from Orlando down to Boca Raton. 4-pack of tickets for the show. It's a night game, too. And they're going to be doing a block party starting at 5 p.m. Kickoff is at 7, so it's a Saturday night game. So you got plenty of time to get all hammered and then go to the stadium and get kicked out by the first quarter. I mean, it's going to be glorious.
That will happen.
Oh, big time. So, yeah, if you're going to do that, you hate to buy your own ticket. So here's a chance for you to get them for free. 4-pack. All right, here are the tweets. Which one belongs to whom? Okay, tweet number 1. I sent the dumb girl a PM on Instagram, and then she tried to blast me by sharing it, but it went nowhere, just like her career. SMH.
Wow, there's a lot of anger behind that, Kevin.
No arrogance?
No
Yes.
arrogance, more anger.
Yeah, okay. Tweet number 2. You can still snack when you get the munchies. There's a lot of great stoner snacks without any GMOs.
I mean, could it be more obvious?
Hashtag dirty hippie.
Tweet number 3. These horny frogs will not shut the hell up outside my window. Damn you, frogs. It's Sunday morning. I'm trying to get my sleep on. Hashtag frogs are louder than Virginia.
Did they sound like Denny's or Animal? Ribbit, ribbit.
I don't know. Who wrote that?
And then tweet number 4. Never leave anything to Cocaine Connie. All right. Never leave anything to Cocaine Connie. I'm sure there's some kind of context in there that we don't fully understand.
What?
What?
Cocaine Connie.
Never leave anything to Cocaine Connie. All right. Whose tweet is whose? It's going to be a big game next Saturday night at FAU Stadium. The Fighting Owls going to be taking on the Knights of University of Central Florida. In football terms, it's a really big game. UCF is going to be favored, I believe, in that game, unless FAU knocks off Ohio State this weekend. And it's one of those things that could make FAU's season. Or it could ruin UCF's season. So who knows what will wind up happening with that. But,
Let's go FAU. Take down them Suckeyes.
Yeah, it's going to be on Saturday. Big game up in Columbus, Ohio.
And you'll be there for it.
Yeah.
So if the earth shatters and FAU wins, you'll bear witness to it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. There's so many people that are going to be going up for the FAU game, and so I'm going to be meeting up with all these. There's going to be a ton of people that are going to be up there in Columbus for it.
Nice.
So, yeah, so it'll be nice. Have a nice little meet up with everybody.
And you said if FAU beat the Suckeyes, that this would be the biggest college football story in the last 10 years.
The last 12. Yeah, I think the last time Appalachian State beat Michigan in 2007, and that would have been regarded as, I think, probably the biggest
Why was it
David versus Goliath kind of.
Okay, were they were terrible.
No, they were just a very small school at the time. They weren't even Division I. So
That's cool. I love when that happens.
It shocked the whole
yeah.
and Michigan I think was a top 10 team at the time, and so they're like, whoa, what's going on? So it'd be close. This would rival that if FAU can pull off a big win on Saturday. So our tickets are for next Saturday. This is going to be the first home game for the FAU Owls. Night game 2, going to be a lot of fun. Just got to tell us in the right order these tweets from the KVJ Show members. Tweet 1, I sent the dumb girl a PM on Instagram, and then she tried to blast me by sharing it, but it went nowhere, just like her career, SMH.
So cutting, so mean.
Tweet number 2, you can still snack when you get the munchies. There's a lot of great stoner snacks without any GMOs.
Clearly, Kevin.
Tweet number 3, these horny frogs will not shut the hell up outside my window. Damn you, frogs. It's Sunday morning. I'm trying to get my sleep on. Hashtag frogs are louder than Virginia. And the 4th tweet, never leave anything to Cocaine Connie. There you go. Wise words. All right, Kelly here from Pompano. All right, 4 tweets. Put them in the right order. Kelly, what you got?
Okay, I got Vicious V and Jay Bird and Denny's, and then you talking about Cocaine Connie.
Okay. You got it's close, but you got to flip one of them in there. You got half of them correct.
That hurts.
That was a nice try there, Kelly.
Oh, it hurts.
Yeah. That was a nice try. Yeah, she thought that Jaybird was the one tweeting out about getting the munchies.
No.
And snacks. That's not the case. All right, well, we'll have Denny's find us a winner there because I think she actually given the right answer and then flipped it.
Oh, she flipped it on accident?
I think so. Yeah, so I'll just have him deal with it.
Bless her heart.
Have him deal with the mess.
That seems like something I would do. When you get nervous, and you mess it up.
Yeah.
Always go with your first instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, she had her first instinct, and Denny's said it was right, and then she got nervous and flipped it.
That's what I mean by always go with your first instinct.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know the second one was Denny's. Makes sense. Jaybird dealing with horny frogs. Virginia, I'd like to know a little bit more about yours. You sent a dumb girl a PM on Instagram. She then tried to blast you by sharing it, but it went nowhere, just like her career. Any more insight into that tweet?
I told you about this.
But for people wondering right now.
This girl was coming after one of my friends, and
for what?
She was doing it on Reddit, and she was trying to blast her and blast details about her personal dating life and private life, and it was just awful. This girl's a disgruntled employee, a former employee. She got fired because she wasn't good at her job, and then she tried to hurt who she thought was the reason that she got fired.
Which is your friend.
Which is my friend, which is the sweetest person, and I get really upset when people come after somebody who's nothing but sweet and innocent like a kitten.
Like I said, you should have a service where you will pick up people's social media battles for them because you love getting on there and fighting with people, and you're very good at it.
If I know the details, but here's the thing, like, I know the details of her situation.
Yeah.
When you don't know somebody, you don't know who the aggressor is. You don't know if somebody's lying to you.
Okay.
I mean, if somebody
so
pays
you have to be
me,
personally involved.
or if they pay me.
Okay, well, see, that's what I'm saying. This could be a sideline business. You could be a troll for hire. Go on there and just attack people.
The best trolling is done with recognizance, though. You have to dive deep into somebody's social, and you have to know that her career is going nowhere, which it is. She's a failed comedian. She's not getting any of the projects she had hoped for. She's not getting any of the movie stuff that she had hoped for. So I knew that going after her failed career would really get her.
Okay.
So I wouldn't call that trolling. I'd call that more psychotic, that you're going to that length and that much depth.
Oh, I looked on her IMDb. Ain't nothing happened. Dust bunnies on that thing.
Can't anybody get an IMDb? I think, can't we get one for
you could.
our KVJ
You might
movies?
have more action on yours than she's got on
Clowns
hers.
Have Murderous Ways on there?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Let's if everyone else can get it on there, let's get our crappy acting on there.
Mm-hmm. Somebody had sent a note today. Interesting thing on Facebook. They've quietly changed their homepage promise of, quote, always free to, quote, quick and easy. And some people now are starting to freak out thinking that very soon Facebook is going to start charging you for usage. Which would be interesting. I don't know if they will, because I thought that basically the cost is the data that you give up, and then they sell that to companies and then make money to advertise to you. Would you pay for Facebook, and if so, how much?
Nope and nope.
I would really be upset.
Yeah.
But because we use it so much for work, I think they have us. I think we may have to.
I'd only do it for KVJ stuff.
Yeah.
Anything, Kevin? Yeah, I would disappear from social.
I mean, I kind of
wouldn't pay
feel
for
like
any of it.
I don't know if I would be on social media if we didn't have this job. It's for me. It's
Yeah.
like homework, and like you're saying, I don't know. I have nothing to say.
Like I say, I go there and look for stuff, but if I had to start paying for it, I'd be like,
The only thing about it that's cool is being able to see what your friends and family are up to that live out of state.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like to see.
Okay. All right. That's about it.
Aside from that, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't need to keep posting pictures of my kids. I think everybody's had enough.
I don't need to keep posting up videos of people telling me how terrible they are. I don't need that in my life,
Right.
Virginia.
Get enough criticism. Yeah. I'm filled up for the day. Well, they say the average American now spends 90 minutes of their free time each day on their computer. Where does Florida rank in that? Are we on the high end or the low end? I'll tell you next.
Looking for some KVJ merchandise and swag? Go to kvjshow.com and click KVJ gear.
They say that we're now spending, on average, 90 minutes every single day on our computers for fun as Americans. Not work stuff. Your free time, that's what you're doing on your computer. And considering all the things you can do on your computer today, I don't doubt it. Getting information, watching Netflix, anything like that, you really can do everything on your computer or your phone now. So that's really kind of what it is. So 90 minutes is the average. Do you think Florida's above or below that average?
Above.
You're going to say above the average? You agree, Jay Bird?
I disagree with the witch below.
Yeah. Virginia's right. Higher than the national average. The average nationwide is 90 minutes. We're at 111.
Wow, okay.
So 21 more minutes a day Floridians spend on their computers on average than other Americans.
That's because we're watching all those whacked out news stories here in South Florida. Man tries to buy cocaine off a kangaroo. Oh, let's check out that video.
I would watch that.
I would watch it.
Okay. 111 minutes we are. That's 1 hour and 51 minutes on average every single day. Would you say that you are... Now, this is, again, for your free time.
Not work stuff.
Right. So I'm way below.
Way below.
But I do a lot of stuff on my phone. I'm checking, I watch TV shows. I'm always, scoping to see news stories and things like that for sports and whatnot on Twitter. So I'm probably close.
If I could afford to Uber everywhere, I would just be on my phone constantly. But I can't, so I'm not. And it's just that all the driving I have to do takes away from my screen time.
You can't drive and watch TV at the same time?
No.
She's tried. Yeah, so they are saying in this a little text that somebody had sent about Facebook that they've changed up their language and they're afraid that maybe they might start charging. A lot of people are like, well, I would not pay for that.
I would pay for YouTube. If YouTube said I had to pay a $10 a month fee, I would do that in a heartbeat. I love YouTube.
I bet you a lot of people would turn their back on Facebook. It would be kind of stupid.
Yeah.
The only people that would want to do it are people like us that do it for business.
Or Facebook fishers.
Or Facebook fishers.
I'm going to pay my fee so people can hear me bitch and moan and complain.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see with each service that's out there, and a lot of people are now testing the waters, especially with like the streaming services. But imagine if you had to start paying for your social media, which ones would you keep and how much would you pay if we're on a monthly fee? Facebook, I don't care. I get rid of that. Instagram, don't care. I get rid of that. Twitter, I would probably pay $1.99 a month. And that would be about it. Anything other than that, I'd be like, forget about it. And get those stories online.
I'd keep Instagram and drop everything else.
Yeah, that'd be your go-to.
Instagram's easy. It's all about pictures, and it's more picture stuff. Twitter, you got to be all clever or angry, or it's too much, kid.
Words.
Yeah, words. Let me take a couple pictures of my G.I. Joes and throw them up there.
I think I'd pay for all of them. I don't think I'm ready to get rid of any of them yet, and maybe they have me. Maybe that's what they know. But I'm not paying more than like $2 or $3 a month.
$2 or $3.
I'm just not.
I mean, deep in my heart and soul, I personally believe social media is bringing everybody down. I think it creates a weird environment that I lived in a time where we had social media and when we did, and I just see a difference with people with social media, the where we're at now.
I don't think it makes my life better at all by having social media. I can't say that I'm like going, gosh, I mean, think how it's changed your life for the better. I would not say that it has.
Not for me either.
I would say it's a necessary evil that I have to keep up with in today's society. Other than that, it's not made my life better.
No, I definitely like it. There's definitely wonderful things about it that has made my life better. Absolutely.
Okay, so you're keeping it?
In 5 years, it's going to be a mess.
It's not a mess now?
No, it's going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be worse.
Okay. I love all the comments that we get. And I kind of noticed, too, there are some really great stories that go in there that we need to be giving a lot of special love to. So I'm going to start doing, when we do a topic like this on the KVJ Show Facebook page, I'm going to start ranking out, bringing in the top 3 or top 5 responses that we get. And the top answer, according to just my own opinion, I'm going to give you something great like Outback Steakhouse for number 1.
Ooh.
That's a good prize.
It is a good prize.
I love that, though, because there's always some funny comments on Facebook that people leave, and sometimes they even put pictures of what happened to them. That's a great idea.
All right, well, you guys can let me know if the voting is right. And if you want to change this, you can. Here's the top 5 stories, basically in no particular order, but you get to vote on your favorite, and that person will get the Outback. Okay, we asked, what is your worst wardrobe malfunction? I think mine was when we were in Key West one time. I remember it was a show thing that was going on. I think we were down there for the little party we'd had with listeners. We were doing a contest down there, and I remember I was wearing these shorts, and again, I was wearing them out, and I got out of a cab, and it got caught on the door and ripped the shorts completely off me. You know, I go commando like all the time. So I was on Duval Street naked. There was no fabric. They ripped off. Like they were just, the whole leg was gone. And I had to put my business on one side of my shorts because on the other side there was no fabric.
That's awesome.
That is my worst.
Where's the camera when that happened?
What is your worst wardrobe malfunction, would you say, Virginia? Have you had a boob pop out somewhere, pants rip?
Yes. I've had both of those happen. Mm-hmm. You saw the one that happened when my boob popped out and that guy pulled my shirt down.
Yeah. That's not a malfunction, though.
It wasn't my fault.
That guy's dysfunction.
So
right?
Would this be a malfunction the year you forgot to wear underwear on stage at the Vanilla Ice house party while we're doing a snack pack show? Bigfoot picked you up and then you flashed the entire front row, which were all kids.
That was definitely a malfunction.
Yes. Okay.
We got dressed so fast.
Yeah.
I forgot to put on drawers.
Yeah, those kids.
I had the tiniest elf costume.
I've never seen so many kids with such wide eyes. Like,
sorry, kids. Welcome to sex ed.
I mean, you never know what you're going to get when we go out in public.
Jaber, do you have a bad wardrobe malfunction story?
I have two. There was one where I was doing a backspin and dancing at a wedding, and I blew out my ass completely. So when I was walking back, you could just see my cheeks kind of. I wasn't wearing any underwear. And then there was another time where I was sitting on Santa Claus's lap.
Santa Claus. He had one eye.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Horrifying.
Santa
I'm so torn, Mommy. I want a present, but Santa's really freaking me out.
I can't. I'm not sitting on his lap.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus is horrifying. I was sitting on Santa Claus's lap, and my nard.
And apparently, your one eye came out.
My nard. We didn't realize it. It was resting on his knee, pretty much.
You had short shorts. You were a little kid.
Good news is you can't see it.
We got the picture back. And Jaber, your balls on Santa's leg?
Okay, from the KVJ Show Facebook page, here are the top 5 responses we got to what is your worst wardrobe malfunction. Veronica said, I borrowed a classy black dress from my mom because I had to go to a wedding, and I had no idea that it was entirely see-through under certain lights. I was out there on the floor, twirling around, dancing my heart out, not realizing that the entire wedding could see me completely naked.
Oh.
I was 14, so it was even more particularly mortifying.
Oh.
That would make me feel weird. I'd be like, because somebody saw go ahead.
Stop her.
No one threw the towel in on that thing?
Someone take a tablecloth.
They need to take the towel and throw it over her. Andrea said, when I was 12 years old, I went to bathroom at church and didn't realize I tucked my dress in the back of my pantyhose and had to walk all the way to the front of the church.
Oh.
People have probably done that. Tamika said, I was performing a belly dance at a health fair. It was a duet number, but my top, which is basically a sequin bra, came unhooked. Luckily, I caught it before I flashed anybody, but I had to dance right off stage, leaving my puzzled partner to perform a solo. Where are you going?
It's a duet.
Monica said, so in high school, we were TPing a house, and the cops rolled up, and they said, put your hands up. When I did, my tube top fell down around my stomach. That's, you're like,
the cops are like, sweet.
Do I keep my hands up? What do I do? And then Greg, his wardrobe malfunction happened back in 4th grade. He was a huge Michael Jackson fan. And he decided to wear some of those skin-tight red parachute pants like Michael used to wear back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, during one of my classes, I was starting to grow into puberty, and a hot girl walked by. It got my attention. In more ways than one, the bell rings. The class leaves. My teacher says, are you okay? Are you getting up? No, I feel dizzy. I put my head down on my desk until everything went back to normal. I thought of baseball. I shook off the excitement and went back to my next class, and I never wore those pants again in school.
That's awesome.
So there you go. Do you guys have a favorite story of the 5?
Oh, I like all of them.
They were all pretty good. They were solid.
If you ask Virginia live on the air, we're going to be here a while.
You're right. I won't. I'll ask her during commercial break. That person will get some Outback Steakhouse.
I'm really thinking about it.
So when you see us post something up, make sure you put your story on there, and you can get something free from the KVJ Show.
KVJ not only does a radio show, but also does an after-the-show podcast. Watch or listen on kvjshow.com.
All right. Well, we're keeping an eye on a lot of different things here. Not only what you got going on this weekend, but we're also trying to figure out how that is going to be affecting our plans. And there are a lot of really good concerts and things going to be happening this week. Now, ones that will not be affected by the storm, regardless of what happens, you've got tomorrow night at the amphitheater, big show. Florida Georgia Line is going to be there along with Dan and Shay. They're going to be playing Coral Sky. So
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine. No problem there.
No bad.
Yeah, you've also got on Friday at Coral Sky, Beck and Cage the Elephant. Two big alternative acts going to be playing. I think Friday they're going to be fine, right?
Yeah, Friday's going to be fine. I think even Saturday's going to be fine.
Okay. And Saturday, people were wondering because that's the big makeup date for the Rolling Stones at Hard Rock Stadium.
I think it's going to be fine. It's still going to be out over the eastern side of the Bahamas on Saturday, supposedly, if you believe this projected path.
Okay. Chris Brown is at the BB&T Center on Sunday. So
we're hoping for a washout, but for a couple of reasons.
You want him to be washed out.
It has nothing to do with the storm. I'm just hoping for a washout. I don't like him.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how it all goes down. But keeping an eye on it. When we'd seen the last update, Suits came in here and said that Tropical Storm Dorian is supposed to be reaching Puerto Rico today. And right now, the projected path looks like it's heading maybe towards like Melbourne. I know we always like the center of the cone, which they always scold me on doing, but possible Cat 2 by Monday at 2 a.m.
We want it to keep ticking north, though, and it's done that. Overnight, it ticked north. The more it keeps ticking north, the better it is for us.
Okay.
So,
selfishly, we prefer for it to hit Jacksonville.
Everybody go outside and blow to the east.
Okay. That should do it, huh?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
If it did, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to be out of town. I know some South Floridians are going to be up there if you're following FAU to Columbus this weekend. So we'll be up there. We'll be out of that. But getting home could be a question on what goes on. And then next Saturday, hopefully we'll be storm-free because that's when FAU is going to be playing their first home game. Central Florida fans, too, pay attention to this because UCF, the Fighting Knights, going to be there at FAU Stadium. And I'm really kind of hoping that we can go back to the stadium. We've done this there before, our female field goal kicking contest. We've done that at FAU Stadium. I remember I hosted it during like a halftime. It was, I think, North Florida High School All-Stars versus South Florida High School All-Stars. I remember Bobby Bowden was there and Schnellenberger. And so we went out there and we had 3 contestants and they were booting the field goals. I'll let you know, it's very impressive. If you've never seen us do the female field goal kicking, I think we have to do it again. I don't know if you've seen the latest story. There's a girl from the U.S. women's national soccer team, Carrie Lloyd is her name. And I think, what was it, over the weekend, she was out like at a preseason game, and I think she was booting like 50 or 60 yarders, like nothing. And so people start talking, saying, okay, legit, could she kick for an NFL team? Like, could we do this? I mean, yeah, you have the threat of maybe, possibly.
The kickers do get contact.
They can get contact, but the least amount of contact of any player that is ever on the team is typically your place kicker. Even your punters will get blown up every now and then, but your place kicker typically doesn't have a lot of physical action. And I guess she's looking at this seriously, and this would really change the game. It'd be amazing. Her coach is saying that if she does do it, she would want to spend a whole year training and preparing to really kind of, it'd be different than just kicking a regular soccer ball. But how amazing would that be?
Good for her.
To have your first legitimate female NFL professional football player.
Oh, I don't care what team she's playing for. I'm buying her jersey.
Yeah,
I'm full on supporting that girl.
And what we've seen throughout the years of doing the female field goal kicking contest, there's a lot of girls that can legit boot 40, 50 yarders, no problem.
If you can play, it doesn't matter who you are. I don't care. If you're a woman that can strike somebody out in baseball, you should be on the mound.
No doubt. Absolutely.
When will they say they're going to make a decision if she's going to do it?
She's just playing around with it right now.
I love
Won't be any decision for a while.
Teasing us.
She may even quietly be working on it, for the better part of this next year, and then just saying, okay, how consistent do I feel and how legit is this?
What awesome publicity for whatever team takes her.
It'd be amazing. Maybe tuning in. It'd be fantastic.
They would get so much publicity.
All right, well, coming up here on the KVJ show, we'll be talking about Virginia's idea that we did not go with today and what did I lick. Also, talk a little bit more about what's going on with the KVJ show podcasting, updates on that.
Boy, oh boy, poor sweet Denny's is really hearing an earful.
Oh, I know. I hear you. We're both getting it. So,
I know.
Yeah. Before we get to that, though, Jaybird, if you would give us a thought for the day, my friend.
If it is important to you, you will find a way. If not, you'll find excuses.
Oh, that's true.
Do you need more KVJ Show? Find everything KVJ at kvjshow.com.